We're live? Alright. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the end of the tour block. This is going to be very chill. So, if you want to get a cup of tea, get a blanket, tour is a MMO. So, there's not going to be like huge like skips or anything like that. It's literally just going to be a lot of combat and movement optimization. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I have letters with me. Um, yeah. Uh,
Hello. I haven't played this game a lot, but I've never done any speedruns of it. So,
so
I'll
just so we define the speedrun. Origin story. So every origin up here, these has a main story. We are going to play the Sith Inquisitor storyline, which is one of the two fastest origin stories. By default, the origin story of the fastest because Korriban is a very small planet. So they have like oh, letters is quiet. I'm gonna boost you up, and I'm gonna do that.
hold on. I need to figure out.
Yeah, I
I need
boosted
to.
you up. No
No,
worries.
I have an idea. No, hold on. All right.
But anyways, so yeah, basically Sith or
Oh,
fast.
this is okay. I had to. You know how the remoting in is set up, so it's OBS is playing sound back. I was just
Oh,
listening to everything echoed. I was like, I can't figure out how to turn this off. I'm just
yeah,
gonna
that's
figure out a
pretty.
parsec and hope it keeps working.
Yeah, you can. It's in, but I can show you later. It's fine.
Yeah. Show me
Anyways,
my run.
um, so what's happening? What's happening is that since 7.2.1, so that was a year ago or so, they changed how the characters are created. So now you separate the origin story from the style of combat, which is very good because we can play one origin story with the style of another. So we're gonna play Sith Inquisitor. Still quiet. Okay.
I don't think I'm saying that much, but maybe it's really delayed. I'm letting you kind of lead the way on this part at least.
Yeah, I mean I'm just gonna boost you up,
Yeah. What are you at?
uh,
150 or 160 or something?
yeah, I'm something like that. You're something like that. So what we're gonna do is gonna play Sith Inquisitor, and we're gonna play Shadow. Why are we playing Shadow? That's actually really easy to explain. Stealth. Stealth is broken in this game to go fast because you can just ignore enemies, which is the only way you can do that. So, I mean, I'm just gonna do random for a while. Yeah, that's nice. I'm just gonna unlock the border style
Voice
because
chat doesn't seem to help. Well, I don't know what
really,
could be the problem then.
um, I'm
Hold on.
I put it at
I
like
can try one
200%.
thing. Um,
Uh,
Oh, yeah, I can increase. No,
you can increase your voice volume, I
I
think.
think I'm already on 100%. Yeah,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
already at 100% on Discord on my end, so
I also. It
increase any further.
says quiet from the start. What? That's so weird.
That is
Uh,
that is really weird.
I'm gonna lower my own mic, which might help.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
At least I won't be
yeah,
getting talked over by someone who's much louder than me or something.
yeah, that's true. I am a
I don't know.
loud. I'm a loud boy. All right, so yeah, I nurse myself,
Whispers from the
and
wind.
I'm gonna lower the game too, so that we can have more.
Oh, do you have what is the setting called? I think there's a setting on OBS that default like plays desktop sound. Some sort of sounds lower. I don't know. It sounded okay when I listened into your stream. Let me check
Yeah,
again.
The
Down
game?
about
Yeah, I can take the game then, or myself. I can also take myself then more. That's fine. Okay, fair enough. Then I guess 30% more.
All right. Well, we're doing it live.
Yeah, we're literally doing it live. I'm at like minus 17 decibel. Is that good? Like that's pretty low actually.
Yeah, I hope it's good now. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Um, and so yeah, so the only thing that matters in this character creation is nothing. It's actually body type free because body type free is the best body type, and we're gonna call ourselves Biowareathon. Yeah. All right. So no, you're fine. You're fine.
It's much easier for us to just turn down game volume.
Yeah, game
Anyways, after it
volume.
starts,
Yeah, game
you can
volume is
just
just gonna.
use game settings.
Yeah. So we're ready to start. I give you time.
Oh shit! I need to go back. I do need to be connected to do that. All right, let me fix that.
That's okay. For
Alright.
the OBS, you can go into advanced audio properties. So and then you go from monitor, you go to monitor off, and that turns out it turns off the listening.
Okay, yeah, that fixed it. All right. All right. Well, whenever you're ready, you can
Yep.
count down.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. What? Oh, this name already exists. What?
All right.
What?
Well, let's restart the timer.
How is that possible?
Invalid
Oh,
name. Oh, they might not let you have Bioware in the
it's-
name.
That's so funny.
That is pretty funny.
Oh
I'm
my
guessing that's what
God.
it is. They don't let you have names that have Bioware in it.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know, just some random name. All right, you can launch the timer now.
All right.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna explain everything. We're gonna start. You're gonna hear me spam. I'm sorry, but that's necessary. But anyways, oh right. For some reason this didn't work. Just gonna load my settings. All right. So how do things work in the game? This game has a main story. That's way too loud. Yeah, I'm gonna lower my volume. Sorry about that, guys.
All right. I can explain it while you're working on this. So,
Yeah.
so the game has 8 different classes you can play as.
Yeah,
Stories you can play through.
Exactly.
They're split up into essentially 4 chapters, even though the game calls it Prologue in chapter 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And so we're just trying to beat the prologue on one specific class story here.
Exactly. Which should take about an hour or so, and we are also going to do another stuff. I forgot the first stuff I wanted to do, so I'm just going to go back. So the most important part of this run is rushing level 10, because at level 10 you get stealth. So we're going to do every like bonus objective and stuff like that. Here we're going to open our mail, which sounds kind of weird, but it allows us to unlock a companion like super early, which you're not supposed to be able to do. We're going to put this companion in damage mode. Shea Vizsla is a very good companion for this because she has an AoE spell, which means that she's like super efficient to clear stuff early. And here we're not going the right way because I'm going to up there to what? I'm gonna get there.
Yep. Yeah, so
I'm going up there to pick up the heroic missions on Korriban. Come on, yeah. It's just a funny detour. Basically, heroic missions are like missions that are too high for your level, and they give you an item that allows you to warp to these missions. So we can use them to warp around the map a few times.
Well, they have overlay map in the game now too. They did not have that last time I played.
Yeah. I overlay map by default. That's
Oh yeah, no,
honestly.
I would definitely use it all the time if I play the game again. So one thing Strife touched on is that stealth is really useful in this game. So why is stealth really useful? Well, this is an MMO, so the aggro enemies will pretty much always aggro onto you, and if you get close to them,
Yeah.
and the aggro radius is pretty large. Like they'll aggro onto you from a decent distance away. So it's really hard to like run past enemies. Um, and enemies will not like leave combat with you if you run far enough. If you're in a specific story area,
Yeah.
you just get stuck in combat with them. So the only way to really avoid fights during story missions is to stealth past enemies.
Yeah. Exactly. So here we're just gonna kill a bunch of guys. This gives a bunch of enemies training, a bunch of XP. It's really important. Something that I have noticed during my tests is that the enemies in Korriban somehow give more XP than in the on the Jedi planet. I don't know why. It's they get more. They give you more XP. It's really weird, but yeah.
So when you see these green portal things, that means we're going into a story mission. I mean, basically, that means, like I said before, it's you're not going to be able to run away from enemies to de-aggro them in this area, but more importantly, it just means that it's set to like a solo character only. You can't see other players in this area.
Yeah. So an interesting thing though is that when you've done when you're done with the story mission, basically, even if you're in combat, if you exit a story mission, you leave combat immediately, which is kind of cool. Here we're gonna abuse the fact that we are playing on Legacy. Oh no, I can't. I forgot. Sorry.
You have no money.
No, I have no money, and it doesn't unlock automatically. I forgot. That's okay. I'm just gonna do one quick swap. Yep, to get back to this. Yeah. So here we're just gonna run normally like plebs. But yeah, we're gonna use a bunch of stuff. One of these is really important. Is a rocket boost, which is an ability that you gain from legacies. Legacies is something that they added to the game pretty early in like the first like remake of the game. This game was remade like once, and it's basically a way to tie your all your characters' progressions together. It's kind of interesting, and it allows you to unlock perks for every one of your characters from level 1. One of these is the rocket boost, which when you have at level 3, allows you to get a boost of speed every...
So I think it's 18 seconds for every 30 seconds. So, it's 12 seconds
yeah,
out of
yeah,
every 30 seconds.
it's 12 seconds every 30 seconds, which is like broken. Because you're not supposed to have a mount.
50% speed?
Yeah, to have a mount at this point, which is broken. So this is one of the unlocks that are really cool. The other unlock is quick travel. Quick travel is normally something that has a cooldown of like 40 minutes. When you have it maxed out in your legacy, you can use it all the time as long as you have the credits. Which does mean that early game credit routing can be a bit tight, because like fast travel can cost a pretty penny.
Yeah. There are some other... So one weird thing about the legacy system as they implemented it in the game is some things you are automatically shared between all the characters, but the other ones are just like set so that you can spend credits to unlock it as long as you've done something on a second character. So for example, you can get the ability to get a mount at level 1, but you have to have been a high enough level to unlock mounts.
Yeah, it's
on
really
another
weird.
character, and then spend credits on the second character still to get the ability to get a mount at level 1.
Which does mean that I will not get a mount at level 1, because like I didn't want to share credits and stuff like that. It's actually against the rules of the speedrun leaderboard. I'm not gonna bother about that, but still, in general, um, we're gonna interrogate the guy. So for dialogues are actually pretty important in this game for a few reasons. But all you need to know is that I'm spamming space in one. For some reason, you can't change. You can change every bind in this game, except for like skip dialogue. So we're just forced to spam space. Doesn't make sense.
I never realized that, but the thing that used to always mess with me is, you know, I was playing this game a long time alongside when I was speedrunning, and in Origins you spam 1 and escape to skip through dialogue, but what hitting escape does in this game is it exits you out of the conversation and you can like, go back to the beginning of it. So I always would start doing that.
It's actually really funny because you can use that to like if there's a result of a dialogue choice you don't like, you can just back out of the conversation and do it again.
Yeah, so I think they implemented that because you can't save the game and like reload saves. So their way of letting you sort of see the consequences of your actions and then try something different was to let you, you know, exit out of any conversation and go back to the beginning of it at any time.
Yeah. So this is the beginning, like the first like usage of the taxi system. I mean, it's literally like any other MMORPG. Technically, you can like go down this cliff right here without dying, but it's slower. It doesn't matter because you actually need to get to one of these to unlock the rest of the quests.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think. A lot of these taxi points, when the game first came out, you had to like travel to them to unlock all of them.
Yeah, so, now you don't need to. Now it's
now
literally...
you can just, yeah, they're just all connected. And you don't need to walk on foot over to the place.
So one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order Shay to attack targets from afar, since I'm not a ranged character. The way you do it is you use Control 1 by default. That's the bind to order your companion to attack. So I'm doing it close enough that it's not a pain, because otherwise you slow down. But still, yeah. It's a small optimization, but it does matter on the long run. Our two more important abilities right now are the throwing the rocks and the twin saber strike. Again, you're not supposed to be playing with this quote-unquote fighting style as a Sith, but since I've played this game way too much, you know, it's something you gain. You gain the right to use Sith common styles when you've completed the, like, there's a morality system in this game between light and dark, and if you get to Dark 5, you can unlock all the Sith styles for Jedis, and if you get to Light 5, except, you know, it's this and vice versa. So yeah, I got both because I played this game way too much.
Yeah. So it is important to note there that there is no like gameplay difference between the light and dark side version of the same class. It's literally just ability names and like animations.
And,
all the actual abilities have the same numbers on them and stuff like that. Which for that, they basically have like a parallel version of every class.
It just is beautiful on that. The reason why I use Shadow instead of Assassin is that I prefer the cloak of the Jedi when you stealth. It's golden and it's really pretty compared to the normal the one of the Sith, which is like red and, you know. Oh wait, no, that's not the right one. This is the only place where a dialogue choice actually matter, because you need to use shoot lighting at it, I think. Yeah, And here, finally, our first quick fast travel. If you watch a run of this game, so the fastest origin story by far is the warrior, Jedi Sith warrior. Sith Inquisitor isn't bad either. It's just that it has a way slower Dromund Kaas, so the next planet you need to do. So for every class, every origin story, the prologue consists of the first planet and the second planet, which is either Korriban, Dromund Kaas or Coruscant, depending on if you're on the light side or the dark side. I think that's it. I think. Oh, maybe
Bounty. It's just those two
no,
planets
yeah. It's super planets. And I do. Yeah, sorry.
As you said, the first planet you're on can. So there's 4 starting planets, but the second planet you go to there's only 2 variations.
That's the one. Yeah. Here we have our first heroic warp. So as you can see, these are the heroic transports. It was something that was put into the game because heroics are something that you need to. If you're high level, you usually farm them daily. And we can abuse that to just warp around on some places. Here, those 2 heroics are in the same part of the game, but they're in both parts of, where we need to pick up stuff. So it's actually pretty nice to have that option. One thing about Rocket Boost we need to know is that it is interrupted if you enter in combat. However, and that's also important, this is the only fast way of transport that doesn't break stealth, which makes stealth even more broken. So yeah. So we use 2 heroic warps. The last one, we need to actually walk to it.
So I think one thing worth touching on here is I touched on how the goal here is to do, the main story for each class or for this class, right? So given that this was an MMO, there's tons of side quests and stuff like that, and the game is not designed so you can just level solely based off of doing.
Yeah. I mean, originally it's actually interesting because the XP curve has been reviewed a bunch of times, and originally you were supposed to level quite slow, and so you were kind of forced to do
so you basically had to do almost every side quest the way it came out at launch to keep up with the level of the main story.
Exactly. And so they changed that when they included the system of preferred subscriber and free to play. So this game is free to play, but after level 20 you basically don't get the same amount of XP as subscribers. However, if you've subscribed even just 1 month in your life, you get the preferred status, which gives you more XP early, and if they basically screwed with the XP table in a lot of ways. And what that means is that it is possible to do the entire game while only doing the main quests. However, in the beginning, you kind of need to do what's called planetary arcs. So each planet has its own story arc, which is kind of cool. So generally, if you want to really speedrun through an entire origin story, which is very long, basically I think it'd take you at least 6 or 7 hours. You'd probably want to do the first 2 or 3 story arcs to get the right amount of XP to just kind of cruise for the rest of the game. This is Zash. Sorry, go for it.
Oh, yeah, no, keep going.
Yeah, so Zash is the reason why I play this storyline, because Zash is a really cool character. She's originally just a lord, and she's gonna like bring us along in her little ploy to become a dwarf, which of course we'll be rewarded for because we're on the right side of things.
Yeah, definitely.
Oops, wrong door. Sorry, that's the warrior door. I played the warrior last. Let's do this. Another fact that you might realize is that we're already level 8, so things are really like going fast. Let me just check. Yeah, we're at 17 minutes. We're level 8. On Jedi runs that I've done, you're at level 8 at like 22 minutes. So there's like a big gap, really. And it's mostly because Typhon, the planet of the Jedis, is like stupidly large compared to Korriban. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Korriban definitely has the best layout of any of the starting planets for doing it fast.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the other ones like well, you talked about Typhon, but there's 2 other ones that you start off on as non-Jedi classes, and one of them, Hutta, which is where the agent and what the heck is the other one?
Bounty Hunter, I think.
Bounty Hunter, yeah, Bounty Hunter. They start off. It's really bad because Korriban's basically like a square. That one's like a rectangle where it's really long. So getting from like one side to the other, it takes a really long time.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to do a skip and I'm doing it badly. So this allows you to like save a bunch of time on walking, but yeah, sometimes and just not good. A few things here. You can actually really easily. Oh no, I don't have the quest for the acolytes yet. My bad. You can really easily like use rocket boost to skip stuff. The reason for that is that rocket boost increases your jump height and gives you more speed, which allows you to like jump higher too. One of the reasons why Warrior is faster than Inquisitor, by the way, is that this bonus quest triggers earlier, which is kind of weird. So you can kill like 5 acolytes by the time I've killed like 4. It's very small, the difference, but yeah, it does mean a few differences. Also, as you can see, this is not story space. So we've just actually seen like other players going through the storyline, which does mean that there is a risk that Ascension droids. That's not what I want to kill, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, it does mean that they could steal my kills, stuff like that, which you never like. It is what it is.
Yeah, to the extent possible, they try to keep things in shared spaces as much as possible. A lot of the areas where you normally see separated off for like your specific character is when there's like NPCs you have to talk to that don't make sense for other players to be able to see, or stuff like that.
So an interesting fact: I'm mostly playing on autopilot right now, which means that I'm gonna make some mistakes, but it is what it is. So here I'm using Ctrl 1 to attack these enemies earlier, which means that I literally sniped them from this guy. Get wrecked. And you see why I was saying that Shay is pretty good, because she has this one AoE attack, which most companions don't have an AoE attack. But yeah, she does.
Yeah, so a few years into this game's life, so originally the companions were all like really well differentiated in that they had all unique abilities to them, and they had like a very specific
they were supposed to play companions, like, pretty much, yeah.
Right, so they had, some of them were healers, some were tanks, some were DPS. Yeah. And when they decided, people complained that they couldn't bring their favorite character along because they needed a healer, and this character wasn't a healer, or there's a tank. It's not very often that you actually want a tank companion.
Yeah, it's very
around
rare.
with you.
It's basically when you're playing like a healer or something like that. It's rare.
Right. So the end result of this was they listened to everyone's complaints at some point and just made it so every companion could use any role. But when they did that, they removed a lot of the unique abilities that companions have. So, basically there's, other than Shay and like a couple exceptions, you basically have melee DPS, range DPS, and all melee and range DPS companions will have the same abilities, and all melee and range tanks will have the same abilities, no matter like what.
Yeah, exactly.
But
which
yeah, so
you know is of course it's sad, but it does allow us to play like we want. It also means that right now I am playing damage for Shay, which is dangerous, but it saves so much time, like early game. Also, if you're comparing to that one run that I was talking about online, I'm so much slower than them because they are very good at micromanagement. They literally don't waste any time during the entire run, which is crazy. And yeah, I'm playing this for fun. It's like I'm not trying to get the record. It's so yeah. I'm just sometimes, since I'm not playing with healer right now, which is what you're supposed to do, just sometimes healing myself with battle meditation. Alright, I'm done with this quest, and basically we should hit the level 10 as soon as they get the actual companion you're supposed to get, which is I don't remember how it's called. Green guy. I'm just gonna call him that because I don't remember his name.
Oh god, I was trying to remember which ones are which.
Like it's
the
not
Vets, the one I'm thinking. I keep thinking of is the starting warrior companion, Kemval. That's not who you're talking about, is it?
No, he's the abomination of the void. The guy created by Sith magic. Yeah, Kemval.
It is Kemval. Okay, yeah. Right. You're doing... Okay.
Yeah, we need to defeat him first, which is easy because I have Shay. It goes quickly. And I need to keep Kemval for a second, but I will get back to Shay right after, because Cam doesn't have a AoE attack, so like you need Cam for this wall, and that's it. It's kind of funny. Come on. I'm so close to level 10.
I really don't expect you to have an companion before this point.
Oh yeah, no, it's crazy. It's like, every enemy after this actually gets to do more damage. Here, I almost got the, let's see if I can get, I don't know, I think it's kind of random, your XP gain, because last time I had stealth before this guy, and so I didn't need to kill him. But that's fine. We're just gonna kill him. Since I have a healer, it doesn't really matter. It's just gonna be a bit slow. What time am I on? Just so I know.
26:30?
That's fine. That's fine. We're almost done with Korriban, so... It's like, I think... Yeah, I'm just picking up my saber. Zash is gonna become a Darth, and that's it. Why are you so tanky? It's crazy. I should have just killed a few enemies to get level 10. Can I kill him?
Probably.
I mean, it's probably made for it. It's just very slow. That's basically that's what Flashpoints enemies become in later times. We'll explain that because we'll actually showcase the first Flashpoints because it's really quick. It's like 10 minutes. But flashpoints are basically dungeons, and one really cool thing that they did when they basically decided, all right, you can play this game alone, is that they added a story mode to Flashpoints, which means that you get one more companion. That's literally the most broken companion in the game. He's like a... Oh, I'm just gonna
So I
change
don't know if
my...
it's still the case, but last time I played the game, there was one of the dungeon, or one flashpoint that they didn't have story mode for, and it's because just the way it was designed, they couldn't implement it, so it could be done by a single player. There's like some thing where two people need to interact with something at once, and they just
Yeah.
didn't want to reprogram it. So just like a random level 40 something flashpoint, but you still can only do it as a group.
Yeah, and I mean, there's actually a few of them. So for the final boss of Shadow of Revan, the
Oh yeah,
DLC, if you want to do the actual Flashpoint, you need to be as a group. Otherwise,
yeah,
you
yeah,
do a story version where it's just the final boss.
yeah, yeah.
But it does require you to do a bunch of fetch quests, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, it was because it was the first time that they introduced
Yeah.
more like a reputation system, and then they never did it again. So yeah, oh, it's kind of funny. There's a lot of like quote unquote hit and misses in this game, like things that they tried and then removed at the next expansion because it just didn't work. This game
Yeah,
is only the least like MMO feeling MMO. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, for a while they just kept trying new stuff to try to get new players
Yeah.
to play the game, and then at some point they just kind of gave up and realized, okay, we're not getting new players because starts playing an MMO 5 years after it comes out?
And
Not that many people.
the fun fact is when they released like Knights of the Fallen Empire and Knights of the Enthroned Throne,
Yeah.
a lot of new people actually came in for good reasons, which is basically at that point the game wasn't a MMO anymore. It was literally code for free. Like honestly, like Knight of the Throne and Fallen Empire are some of my favorite pieces of Star Wars content ever. It's kind of crazy. All right.
There's very different people's opinions. I thought I really hated it when they did that because
Yeah,
that was them giving up on it being an MMO.
yeah, but the thing is, I didn't like the MMO aspects. So,
Well, as someone who's played a lot of MMOs in my life, that was like when I gave up on the game.
yeah, I understand that. I understand that. I just really liked what they did with it. Right. So, fun facts. You normally, I mean, you can travel here. It saves a bit of time, but we're gonna walk. Like, I could travel here and then do the same, like, rock climb I did last time. That doesn't really matter since I have, like, rocket boost. Saves, like, I think it saves, like, 5 seconds if I do it perfectly. Doesn't really matter. So we're leaving Korriban at 31 minutes, which is perfectly fine. We will be done like before 120 anyways.
Yeah, yeah. Even with the
Yeah.
flashpoint. Yeah. So the
So
next
fun
planet.
thing, I forgot. You can actually do that.
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
you can use the emergency fleet pass before you get to the fleet for the first time. It's a weird thing. It works.
I was just assuming you. I was gonna say why are you doing this, but I just assumed you weren't doing it because it doesn't progress
Yeah,
across.
yeah, it just
I knew
works.
you could. Yeah, I knew that you could do this.
The problem is I need to go to the combat training area, so I do need to go there. For some reason, the only terminal where you can get the heroics
Interesting. It's over
for
here.
Dromund Kaas is here. I'm just gonna abandon these so that they don't clog my quests tracker. And yeah, these heroics are only available here as a terminal. Normally, you have a terminal per planet. I don't know. they just didn't put it on Dromund Kaas. Part of these like random stuff on Tor, it don't make sense.
So I think the reason they did it for that is because those ones can only be done by the classes that start there.
Ah, maybe. But Coruscant also has terminal on Coruscant.
No, what I mean is like Tython and Ord Mantell. You can only do the Tython ones if you start on Tython. You can only do the Ord Mantell ones.
Yeah. It makes sense.
But I don't know. But yeah, Dromund Kaas. I don't know why they're not on the main terminal, but I know that the other one.
I mean, there might be a
Drop
terminal.
the game during onslaught. Someone says that's exactly when I stopped playing the game. As well.
Well, the thing is, like, onslaught is bad, but onslaught was bad because they stopped trying. I don't know. It was really weird because like onslaught went back on some aspects. And they tried to renew kind of with the MMO part, but they didn't. And yeah, I mean it's kind of weird. I don't know. So here is where we say goodbye to our current companion. I'm just going to get Shay back. Shay is better. Shay, for those who don't know, is a Mandalorian you're supposed to get in Shadow of Raven. Yeah, we're getting him now. I just need to remember.
Even later than that, I think she just first appears in Shadow of Raven.
Yeah, no, it's in Night of the Fallen Empire.
Yeah, when she can actually get her as a companion. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. I actually need to get the taxi for this one. There's no heroics like close enough to get to the city, which makes sense. Heroics is not supposed to be in the city. What just happened? Camera just gave up. Sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I thought I understood what happened, but I was like, maybe.
Alright, so we're literally just going to Sith Sanctum. Like they're telling you go to Cass City. No, you just go to Sanctum.
Yeah, so these taxi spot that you're going to used to not be connected to the rest of the taxi network on the planet. You'd only pick it up or travel to like Sith Sanctum, whatever the bounty hunter place is called, and the other one, whatever the agent, Imperial Intelligence. You used to only be able to travel to them from this taxi spot.
Yeah, Mandalorian Enclave and Imperial Intelligence. Yeah.
So you used to have to like take one taxi. Even if you wanted to get back there, you would take a taxi to the taxi point right outside the city, and then you'd have to run like 2 minutes into the city to grab another taxi.
So at this point, sorry, go for it.
I was just gonna say now they're all connected, which is much nicer.
At this point, you can actually, you could technically like unlock speeder training to get the speeder training level 1. But since we have rocket boost every 26 seconds, it doesn't matter. It's just too broken because rocket boost is equivalent to speeder piloting of 3. So it's just better to just spam rocket boost whenever you can. Because otherwise you need to do a detour that costs you like almost a minute. So yeah, just do this.
Yeah, I think it would only really matter over a longer run than this.
Yeah. On the longer run, you are forced to get the speeder piloting. Another fun fact about this. So as we told you, the Sith and Jedi counterparts are the same. The only reason why I choose Jedi 1 is for this cloak ability, because you're golden, and I like it. That's literally the only reason. Yeah.
It was cool when they added that.
Oh, I can actually get speeder piloting here. Well, that's okay. But I don't have. Yeah. Like you can get a free mount from your mail, but I didn't get it, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I just need to remember. Yeah, so it's this one. So it's explosives. Recover the explosive. This one. I think it's the one at least. Let's hope I didn't pick the wrong one. Yeah, it's the one. So now I just need to wait for the elevator. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Bad
the...
timing. You didn't time when you started your run well enough.
I know, right?
So that when you got here, that the elevator would already be waiting for you.
So it's not actually when I started the run, it's when you enter... I think it's when you enter Dromund Kaas. That global... Oh, wait, no, because... No, yeah, you're right. It's when I started the
You're
run.
doing the same map as other people, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So this is why Rocket Boost is broken. You can just use it during stealth. It literally cancels all the problems of stealth. Because stealth, so you're not shown, but you lose 15% speed, which you regain while rocket boosting. And you rocket boost every 15 seconds. You know.
So I don't think you get high enough level to get it here, but this...
Alright, wait, collects the plans. I forgot the quest. I'm dumb. Is it on the engineers? That's the one those are the one in the kill. They only drop on the engineers. I forgot that. Yeah, it's...
What was I going to ask?
Sorry. Yeah.
I don't remember what I was going to ask.
If you have any questions in the chat, don't hesitate. We have some... I mean, this game is kind of crazy for its time and like what they actually did with it. It feels like an experiment, you know, from start to finish, which is kind of funny to think about. And an experiment that's still going because it's not over. Game still releases expansions. So...
Well.
I mean, yes, it does.
I would not call what they call an expansion an expansion.
I mean, yeah, the
yes,
last expansion.
That was
the last expansion was trash. I agree. It wasn't even an expansion, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was why I dropped during Onslaught, like the other person in chat was saying. It was just not much to do. It was like you could play through the story in like a few hours, and then other than the story, there was like very little other content added.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of drop the side quest bits and stuff like that, and yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of weird things about this game that I think result from a company who never made an MMO before making an MMO.
Oh,
so,
definitely.
There's some...
You can feel, like, in the beginning parts of this, how much they try to first copy... copy the... like, I'm gonna find my words, like... World of Warcraft, that's what I was searching for. And then they gave up.
Yeah.
I mean, they had like very cool additions with like origin stories, stuff like that were really nice. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I think this is definitely the first MMO I can think of that really tried to go with a story on this level. Final Fantasy XIV has done since, although theirs is different in a lot of ways because you have less player agency. It's a story you play through that is told. You don't have any agency over what happens in it, really.
Yeah. So here's where
there is.
Yeah, sorry.
As you say, there is choices and stuff that you can make.
Here's where we're beginning shenanigans. I'm not gonna get aggroed by this enemy because I'm not in his field of vision, because I'm behind the table. I'm gonna do this a lot. This saves a bunch of time left and right. It's just really funny to do. Like there's so many things. You can interact with objects from way farther than when you'd think you could be able to do. Here I just do this, and he doesn't see me. His console exploded. It just doesn't know why. It's just so funny to do this. Oh, I forgot to do the flashpoint. That's okay. Doesn't matter.
Oh, Yeah, when you're on the.
Yeah, it's. I'm just not used to do it. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like flashpoints are basically dungeons, so yeah.
One
Oh
of the
yeah,
big things, someone's talking about alts, one of the big things that was a problem with this game at the start is that it had a very old school approach to MMO leveling, in that it took really long time to level to max.
yeah,
Um, uh, you know, I think, it could take you like 100 something hours to level to max very easily at launch.
yeah.
Um, So if you wanted to play a different class, you have to play through a whole nother 100 something plus hour story. Um,
Yeah, nowadays, so reaching max level is actually really easy nowadays. Like if you do every like class arc and planetary arc, you just reach max level way too early. Oh right, I forgot to get the relic.
they have all sorts of boosts that skip you skip you to a certain level nowadays too.
Yeah,
Um,
you actually get one when you're a free, when you're preferred
yeah,
status. You get one free boost per new expansion, which is nice.
yeah. If you're talking about the beta test, yeah, I remember being sitting there on Alderaan, which is
Yeah.
the last planet for I was playing Agent, trying to finish Act 1 during the beta before the servers went down. I unfortunately failed.
Damn.
Um,
I never
but,
played the beta. I didn't play this game until much later in the dev cycle. I think the first time I played Thor was Shadow of Raven. Yeah, definitely Shadow of Raven, uh, which is great DLC.
yeah, Shadow of Revenant, I think, was the last really great point in the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean it was the only like MMO DLC.
That was the second one. You just weren't.
I mean, Rise of the Hot Cartel doesn't matter. This, I just
Rise of the Hutt
hate that.
Cartel is. Oh, I liked Rise of the Hutt Cartel better. In terms of, it's
Really?
not. It's a worse story, but like in terms of being an MMO, it was even did MMO stuff better than
Yeah, it was
Shadow of
just a
Revenant did.
terrible story, to be honest. I
Yeah, yeah.
forgot this is the one that I need to teleport to Shadow Spawn. Let me just do this. So this is something that you can't remove.
The quest.
It's sorry. I just why won't you give me the one I need? I need to wait on track. Yeah. All right. I need this heroic transfer to go where I need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Eternal Empire stuff was much longer
I
than
I love the Eternal
the
Empire
stories
stuff.
before.
Yeah. I loved it personally.
No, I think it's
But again,
very
I didn't love the MMO side of things. So you know,
yeah.
each to his own, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean these days like there's very little late game content, which is sad. But
Yeah. But getting back to what someone was saying about what did I want to talk about? Oh, now I can't remember.
one of the reasons why.
Oh, yeah, leveling up alts. So
Oh yeah,
the other big problem, obviously, with leveling up, other than it taking a lot of time, is that you on launch, like I said, the class story content was like maybe 10% of what you did in terms
yeah,
of leveling to max, and the other 90% was shared between classes. So that was, if you wanted to play through and see the stuff you hadn't done, you were playing 90% of stuff you had done before to do 10% of stuff you hadn't done before. It's a little bit, misleading because you at least had everything completely new when you played as the second faction. So you could get 2 characters pretty easily with like playing entirely new content. But
Yeah.
you also were really encouraged back then to be only playing characters on the same faction.
Oh, really? I know.
In terms of like what you could share between characters, it was only with stuff with the same faction and stuff like that.
Yeah, it changed a lot about how the game.
I can't remember if PvP. They don't have PvP servers anymore, but I can't remember if PvP servers only let you play as one faction. They may have.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've never actually. I've played like once the PvP in this game, which is okay, but it's not great.
Dude, Hotball was my jam back when I played this game a lot.
I did. I think they did
a lot of the other
okay
PvP modes
with
were
a
not
lot
very
of,
good. But
Yeah,
Hotball was great.
I think they did okay with a lot of stuff. Like, I had never expected the Starfighter stuff to be any good. It was okay. So, you know.
I never played much of so they have 2 different Starfighter stuff. Starfighter modes. They have the one they had at launch, which is like a rail shooter, and then one that's actually like PvP, kind of fly around freely map stuff. I never played much of the second one, where it's like actual PvP against other people.
So I did something. I did cheats, sir. No, I got on the elevator and typed /stuck, which is something that you're supposed to use when you're stuck into terrain or stuff like that. And on elevators, just teleports you down, so you don't need to wait for the elevator to go down. It's like a small time save.
I remember learning about that like a long time after I had started playing, and being like, "Oh wow, I wish I'd known this sooner."
Yeah, like there's a lot of random elevators in this game.
Talk about Hotball. Yeah, I played mostly as agent, so I thought Hotball was pretty fun. But it definitely wasn't not balanced well, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, most MMO PvP isn't balanced well. Let's be honest. It's.
I mean, even like there was specific classes that were just really good for this specific PvP mode, just because of like how how the objective worked. Like it's basically like kind of like, you know, like football, like American football, that is. Like there's a ball that you have to like carry all the way across a line at the opposite end.
Yeah. That reminds me
and like
of,
actual killing other players, it doesn't affect your score at all. It's just try to get the ball across.
Yeah.
The line on every side. So classes that had like, you know, lots of movement abilities. So there's like what's it called? The Sith get one where you just have like a 3-second 100% speed boost.
Yeah. I mean, is it Shadow? I mean, Assassin.
Shadow gets it as well. Yeah. I just can't remember what this Shadow version is called.
Yeah. Shadow is. It's not evasion. I don't remember what it is, but yeah. Sorry, you were saying.
Someone's asking in chat if you get legacy perks. So we don't get any of the ones you have to purchase, but the ones you carry over freely.
I can show you, like, I got all of this unlocked, which means that I can fast travel whenever I want, can go back to the fleet, and can have personal, you know, the rocket boost at max level.
Yeah.
This
so all
is
the ones that you have no matter
only-
what, basically.
Yeah. This is the only legacy stuff you're allowed to access in these. In the speedrun leaderboard. You can't like share stuff, you know, legacy hold and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So here we're gonna kill.
If I was ever gonna do this, I would just use whatever I wanted. And not
I understand that. Yeah, for sure. So fun fact about doing this while Shay is the damage dealer is that he aggros Shay, so I never get killed in this fight.
Nice.
Yeah. My energy management has become trash. Oh my god, that's bad. No, that's okay. doesn't really matter at this point.
It looks like she'll probably die.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Even like, you'll still have low enough health that you can just finish him off.
Yeah, should be good.
Hope. Yeah,
I mean, at the worst, I'll just restart it with Shay as healer, and you know, that's fine. We're still on time.
We got it. He's like less than 10%.
Oh, he's so close! Die! Die! Yes! Alright, and we kill him. Yep. Alright. And now we need to go to the cantina. So just TP to the cantina.
Auto raises your companion once you get out of combat. That did not used to be the case.
Yeah. It is weird that it happens, because normally it doesn't. But you know, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know.
It depends. It depends if you leave her behind or leave it behind or not. You have to resummon him if you leave the area. Otherwise, yes, it does res him.
Oh, did you actually hit res? I didn't even see you hit a res button.
No, I didn't.
You have to like click on them to res. Click a button to res them.
I don't remember. No, I think she just got
back
res.
when I used to play, at least.
When I used to play.
This was like whatever. When did Onslaught come out? Maybe 2019, 2020. So like 4 or 5 years ago.
All right. So now that we killed the dwarf, Zash is now the new dwarf. It's a funny dwarf. A dwarf, for those who don't know, is like Jedi Master level. It's like big shot.
I mean, there's much more back in my day stuff I could talk about in this game.
Yeah.
But
So. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, so once we're done with this, we only have to do the quest in the Dark Temple, and then we're done. I think so, at least, if I remember correctly.
Usually
report?
the Dark Temple is the end of all the
Yeah, normally it is.
stories,
Yeah.
no matter what class you're playing on. Because it's the highest level area on Dromund Kaas.
And it's the most. It's where the most important heroic quest is, because otherwise getting to the Dark Temple takes like 2 minutes. So, because it's all the way over here, the closest TP point is here, and I just need to remember which mission it's Possessed Hunter. Yeah. So yeah, otherwise you take like 3 minutes to get there. So it's nice to be able to just teleport. You still have to go through the entire temple, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, getting over to the temple still takes quite a long time.
Yeah. So as you can see, as soon as we hit the level 10, we just don't do any other minor objective. Don't care. We don't want to care.
Yeah.
Almost at
really
the end of the
have to.
round.
Back in my day, we had more than 4 stats.
That's true. There was a lot more than
Yes.
4 stats.
What
Or it's
were
like
they
7
called?
or 8, right?
Yeah, well,
I mean, the
there
biggest
was like
change
4
was
of them that were
mastery, right?
collapsed into mastery.
Yeah. That's the biggest change. Yeah.
And then for secondary stats, they had what were they called? Crit and Surge, and now Crit is just.
No, crit is actually
Both?
still in the game.
Yeah, well, I'm saying so. They used to have what was called Crit and Surge. Crit was crit chance, and Surge was crit damage.
Oh,
And now-
okay, yeah.
Crit scales both crit chance.
Yeah,
and
it's crit
damage.
rating and scales both, yeah.
Yeah. And then mastery, they used to have. I don't remember what all of them are called.
Well, to be
Aim.
honest, this was like an MMO-wide shift. Because,
Yeah.
like, World of Warcraft did the same. Because it was too annoying to keep track of all the stats, so mastery has become like a general thing.
Yeah. My biggest back in my day for this game would be back in my day we had talent trees.
That's true. I mean, they're not trees anymore, but
They
we
had
do
like
have them.
they have well yeah well they had WoW like classic WoW style talent trees
Yeah.
where you could mix and match stuff from different specs together, which you can't anymore. Now you select a specific specialization and you get skills from that.
Yeah. And even that,
Yeah.
they actually reworked like twice.
Yes, they have reworked the current system many times, but yeah. I mean, I think part of the reason they got rid of it is for pretty much every class, it was just it was bad for you to not just focus into one spec almost completely.
Honestly, it's because it was the same with World of Warcraft, where basically at the end of the day, if you wanted to be competitive, it was always the same path for everyone.
Yeah,
There was just that one path that worked better, and everybody was using the same one. So yeah.
But so
All
what was I
right,
gonna say?
we're almost done, so we're gonna get back to fleet.
Pick up your ship.
Yeah, and the run ends when we pick up the ship.
You're gonna be just over an hour.
Yeah, which is pretty nice. It's a bit slow, but you know. Honestly, the reason why I'm so slow compared to the runs that exist is probably just micromanagement, stuff like that. The Sith Hangar, this one.
Yeah, the only one I could have told you which one it was is the agent one.
Yeah.
Even now, I still remember that's the top left one because that one I went to too many times to count.
Yep. All right. Where's my ship? Oh, it's right there.
You are gonna be under an hour. Nice.
Yeah, that's really nice. So just a second. I actually need to go to the whole terminal. It's really annoying, but it is what it is. I think so. Wait, what? So you can quit out of this to not talk to your... Wait. You can't use the fleet for this one. What? That's crazy. You can't use the path for the...
I guess you're going back to Dromund Kaas.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, that's
I'm
fine.
surprised it let you go into the ship even without.
Yeah, that's so weird. And I had not...
Honestly, probably the fastest thing to do here would be to just fly the ship back to Dromund Kaas.
Oh, right, I can do that, actually. Let me do that. That's gonna be funny.
And then just exit the ship and you'll be in the hangar already.
Yeah, you're right. It's because it's a Dromund Kaas hangar, not the fleet hangar. I just forgot about that.
Yeah, I think it's probably just there's like a 10-second cutscene.
So yeah, I'm never gonna talk to 2V. It's just faster to not talk to him. Here, galaxy map. Wait, you can actually... Oh, no, so we're... Wait.
You have the quest to go to Nar Shaddaa.
I have the quest.
Which is...
That's so weird. But I haven't finished the prologue until we finish this.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. Yeah, alright. So this should end it. Just as soon as plans is over. Come on.
When you hit complete on the quest or whatever.
Yeah, so this works. So now I have the indicator here. Yep. Oh, it's because there's a last fight. Right, I forgot. You need to... Right, you know... No, there's not... Oh, no, it's the warrior. The warrior has to fight at the end. Yeah, the warrior has a fight right before his ship. Which is kind of funny.
We're done. Because the next quest had popped up. Plans.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Right, all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's probably late, but
it's fine.
You're probably
it's
around
fine.
a 101.
I mean, I'm really happy with this run. It went well. I hope you guys
have
liked.
some nostalgia.
Yeah, I hope you guys liked it. Tor is a really great game. It has a bit of things for everyone. I do love the last, like, I mean, cut fed, cutted. I love them. Some people hate them. It's fine. There's content for everyone. We're gonna go to a quick break, and we're gonna do the last run of the marathon, I think.